YouTube, what's going on? Everybody's talking about the sound of freedom, and I've been talking about it. Like I said, I hope it goes for the best and it works for the best, and God uses it the way it's supposed to be used. But here's something people aren't talking about. They're talking about child trafficking and all this stuff in the Philippines and wherever else, and coming wherever, God knows where. There's been a religious group here in the United States been doing it for generations. You can look them up, all these polygamy. They've been trafficking children for God knows how long. These cults that are calling themselves God-fearing Christians. They ain't following God's word. They're following a man's written account, supposable account, about Jesus coming to America or whatever. The Mormon book. Look at the Mormons. Look at the Latter-day Saints. Look at the way they treat their women. Force their women to wear them weird clothes. The little girls that have to marry these 50-year-old men. You know. See, trafficking under the guise of a religion has been going on for a long time. Hell, look at the Catholic Church. These popes with these altar boys. These fathers or priests or whatever you want to call them. See, according to the way I read it in my Bible, I don't have to go through no man to get to God. I don't have to go through the Pope. I have to go through Jesus Christ. That's the only one I have to go through. You know. I'm sorry if your religion says that you can have 20 different women, and it says that you die in the name of God, and your religion says you die in the name of their religion, their God, you know, the martyrs. See, there is a time when you're martyred. See, in the Bible it speaks of martyrs, true martyrs, not the martyrs that these religions talk about. I'm telling you, man, this stuff's been going on. Look at Colorado City. Colorado City out there. All them polygamists, and they have their own police force, their own government, their own banking system, where you can't even own your own money when you're in this cult. You go to withdraw your money, you can't get it out because, you know, these people control your money. They control everything about you. You know, why was there a show called Escaping Polygamy? When you have to escape your religion, that means your religion is all wrong. It's all wrong. 100% wrong. I'm telling you. When you have to escape your religion, or you have to have somebody help you escape in the middle of the night, and you got a family tree because of this religion that it doesn't branch. You got 20,000 sister wives and all this other junk. They had that show Sister Wives. That was about the dumbest show in the world because it exposed the hypocrisy in these polygamy. The man says, hey, I can have as many women as I want, do whatever I want. I can be a dick, I can be an asshole. But yet you can't say a word about it. I may not see, I'll stick you in the shittiest hole, you know, hotel or apartment that I can find, and you're my wife. I'm going to give you just barely enough money to survive. And yet, people have been turning a blind eye to this bullshit. Down to freedom, comes out, and people are starting to talk about trafficking. But they're talking about the foreign trafficking. They're not talking about, I mean, they're talking about Hollywood trafficking and stuff like that too, but look at the, I just forgot their name, but look at that family on TV, they had all those, 19 wives or 19 children or whatever it was, that show. That family had 19 children. One woman had 19 children. They believe that women are just here just to breed and that's it. And take care of the house, barefoot and pregnant, But yet, people don't talk about that. When these religions talk about world domination, these religions talk about the end of the world, and God said to the saints, who are you? When your religion says there's a saint and God only talks to the saint, that's when you know your religion's screwed up. I'm telling you. It's just ridiculous, man. We've had trafficking, human trafficking going on for generations. Slavery, and that's what it is. It's just slavery. We've had slavery going on for generations. Financial slavery. Slavery in every shape and form. People talking about slavery too all of a sudden. Well, here's the thing about slavery. If you owe any money to the bank, to the government, to anybody, they got you in slavery. They own you. They're doing just the same thing as these religions. They own you. So, actuality, slavery never went away. It just was renamed. Called the American Dream. So, the American Dream was putting you into financial slavery. Excuse me. That's the American Dream. Get on top, destroy your opponent and put them in the poorhouse while you get rich. That's what it's all about. American Dream's been dead for a long time. Owning your own house and car, owning everything that you ever worked for, and watching everything you ever worked for go away. That's the American Dream now, because the government's going to take it. They're going to make it so damned expensive, or some religion's going to come along and say, you got to donate to me $1,000. I need 20 people to give me $1,000. Some religion's going to say, I'm the one that God talks to. No, God talks to me too. I just got to take a minute and listen sometimes. So, yeah. See, we need to wake up and start talking about these religions out west. These stupid liberal states that are allowing this shit to go on. We need to start, because these little girls in these polygamy things, they don't have a choice. And the boys, they call them lost boys, because they take them and dump them on the streets. Because the old men don't want any competition for the girls. The old perverts, the pedophiles in these religions, they don't want competition. They don't want to know that little Susie is going to fall in love with little Johnny because they're the same age. No. Old man Bob here is going to go over and he's going to take little Susie and say, you're my wife now, by force. Little Susie don't want to touch that old man. She's only living in that religion because of fear. Think about it. When they turn 18 and they can make up their own mind, that's on their own decision. But when they're under 18, sorry. Your religion is nothing but a pedophile religion. It protects pedophiles. It protects these old perverts that are abusing the words of God to go for their own further and their own gain. Same thing with the billion-dollar churches or million-dollar churches. You know, Joel Osteen and all these others. These prosperity preachers. I think God wants you to be happy if you send me your money. You send me your money, He's going to bless you tenfold. But I'm going to be blessed 1,000-fold because I'm going to be flying around on a jet. Driving around in a Ferrari, a Rolls Royce, gold necklace, and $10,000 suit. So, all these names of religion you can go through, and you can sit there and listen to the hypocrisy in them. And when you do, you start to see the evil that's actually in them. Because they don't care about you. If you're starving, they just want your money. They want your home. They want your soul. They want your little girls. Hell, some of them want your little boys. You know? The Catholic Church is one of the biggest cults there ever was. You can actually see that they worship the devil. The Pope out there doing all kinds of stupid stuff. All the symbolism that's in the Catholic Church and LDS and all the others, FLDS and all these ones. You better wake up. Trafficking covers the whole United States in so many different ways. Slavery, human trafficking, coming through Mexican border. Poor little girl, man, died. Had what, 39 different DNA samples in her body. Poor little girl. You know, different things like that. Well, think about the polygamists. How many times do little girls get raped in polygamy? How many times do the men of the polygamy religion do anything to help those women except keep them in slavery? And that's what they're doing. They're keeping them in slavery. Look at Muslims. Look at Islam. They're making them wear those garbs, the head wraps and all that garb. You know, walking around in 200-degree weather in a black, whatever it is, burqa or whatever. That's another religion that's, in the name of religion, man will destroy itself. It's going to happen. They're going to destroy themselves. So, yeah, trafficking comes, human trafficking, child trafficking, sex trafficking, comes in the guides of religion all the time. See, it ain't just Hollywood, it ain't just the musicians, it ain't just government, it's in the guides of religion too. So, you know, God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah because they were in love with themselves like transgenders and everybody of today. God has wiped out the sin of the earth how many times? How many times is He going to put up with it? You know, eventually He's going to come back, and when He comes back, these so-called saints and these so-called religious leaders that are ripping the American public off or ripping the world public off, citizens off, or they're spreading evil and hatred and all this stuff, they're going to be held accountable. The American people ought to be demanding accountability in these polygamy religions and the Catholic religions and these prosperity churches and all that. Yeah, demand accountability. I'm telling you, accountable to God's word, let alone the law or constitutional rights and freedom of those little girls and those women. You know, human rights. That's all constitutional rights are, is human rights. That's your human right. They're being denied their human rights. So, like I said, I hope the sounds of freedom wakes everybody up. I do. Sometimes I just question the people that's behind it. And I do question them. Hey, maybe it proved me wrong. That they're good people. I just don't know it. They may be really good people, but working in a shitty world. The dark, creepy, nasty, perverted world. I don't know. See, I don't know. I'm not working that. I'm not around them to know enough about them. But I do know that polygamy and different other ways of religion, under the guise of religion, is doing trafficking of children, trafficking of people. And when you got a guy, a pervert, pedophile basically, running around saying, I'm a saint, you can't have sex with your wife because I'm in prison. No. I would look at that dude and say, you're in prison for a reason. My wife is my wife, not yours. You know what? Screw you. Come and tell me I can't have sex with my wife. I can't make love to my wife. I'm telling you, under the guise of religion, evil has been done. See, people claim and cry religion, and they commit a lot of evil and atrocities. Have a good day. God bless.